Formula 1, the pinnacle of motorsport, where every year 20 of the world's best drivers race around 24 circuits, touring 5 continents and 21 countries. Driving cars constructed from the peak of engineering to battle it out and see who ends up on top. This weekend, they race in Singapore. High G-force corners, brutal heat, tight overtakes, and heated competition. And this year, I got to watch it all for free. So the trip started with my parents taking me to the airport to send me off on my first ever solo trip. But I won't be alone the whole trip. I'll be staying with my tita and her family while I'm in Singapore. I got the evening flight, so when I arrived at midnight, my tita picked me up at the airport and brought me to their place. First agenda of the trip, try to meet the F1 drivers. Based on what I've seen online, the best place to meet the F1 drivers in person is at the paddock entrance. To get there, you exit the Promenade MRT station, cross to Gate 2, walk over overpass 3, then pass through this long walkway. Here you'll see the F1 Academy paddock on full display with all the engineers working on the cars. From there, you'll get to the paddock entrance. It's hot and crowded, so please make sure you have a fan and an umbrella. Don't be like me who only brought a fan and prioritized bringing merchandise, hoping to get it signed. F1 fans are so creative with their signs, it's hilarious. And I guess the sky heard our heat complaints because after a while, dark clouds came and we could hear thunder in the distance. But still, everyone stood their ground. Then, chaos ensued. Charles Leclerc was the first to arrive and everyone came running to the barriers. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my hat signed by him, but I was able to get a video and screenshots. Nice. Next to arrive was James Vowles. I didn't have any Williams merch, so I tried to reach over my notebook to have him sign it. But unfortunately, I was unsuccessful. This started the roll of F1 personnel coming in. Next was Zhou Guanyu. Then Isaac Hadjar, Liam Lawson, Alex Albon, and I also got a glimpse of Zach Brown. I started walking back to the entrance where I came from, and there I saw Ayao Komatsu, team principal of Haas F1 team. Oh my god, that's crazy. I was walking back from the paddock entrance, and then suddenly Ayao Komatsu was heading the opposite way. He didn't pass the paddock entrance like the other drivers and team principals. So I was able to get the photo and his signature. That's amazing. Okay, that's great. That's great. From there, I changed to dry clothes and went on my second agenda, car hunting. Go to each and every F1 car display in Singapore and take a selfie with them. The closest one to the paddock entrance was the Williams car at the Williams Racing pop-up booth in Marina Square. There, I was able to get this really cool Carlos Sainz Williams hat and a little keychain as well. One of my favorite drivers. He's the reason why Smooth Operator is my #1 song in my Spotify Wrapped of 2024. Other than that, they also had some amazing activities like their own gashapon stand where I was able to get this cool little Williams Racing helmet pin. And also, some games to test your reaction time. From there, I went to Raffles City for the Adidas Mercedes pop-up shop where they had a full stock of all sorts of Mercedes merch. Honestly, one of the best team kits this season. But most importantly, they displayed George's race suit and helmet and a beautiful replica of Kimi's car from this season. After that, I used Singapore's very efficient subway system to get to Marina Bay Sands, passing by another merch booth where I bought this beautiful and amazing McLaren Formula 1 team flag for my sister. And I also saw this fan with an adorable Labubu decked out in Ferrari merch. I made my way to the Ferrari display and all I can say is, it was beautiful. After that, I met up with my relatives, had dinner, got matcha, then my tito took me for a quick bike ride on his favorite trail to show me the beautiful view of Singapore at night. Day 2 was much busier. It started with merch hunting. I found many F1 pop-up locations through TikTok and I had listed them all down. And first on my list was Bugis Junction. They had a huge variety of merch from most teams, old and new stock. Even from former drivers, and they had amazing deals. Like this 2 for 100 deal, or old Ferrari merch for 50 bucks, or these Vettel, Sainz, and Verstappen hats for 40 to 60 bucks. In my opinion, these are great prices. But from here, all I got was this amazing Kimi Raikkonen calendar page for 10 bucks, and this 1/2 scale helmet designed for the Singapore Grand Prix for 60 bucks. And from there, I wanted to go back to Marina Square.
So, the reason I came back to Marina Square is because I want to get this. This is a Williams Racing team flag for 15 bucks. I was contemplating whether or not to get it yesterday. So I thought it was already expensive. And then seeing how much the other team flags were and other distributors, this is a steal. So yeah, I'm gonna get this. So I got the goods right here. This is the flag with the rest of the stuff I bought today. And then now I'm on my way to Funan because there's another pop-up shop there. So yeah, let's head to Funan. Okay, so I'm waiting for the train now. It's gonna arrive in 3 minutes. And I just want to take this as a brief moment to share that I'm not watching F1 the traditional way. I have family here in Singapore and their office overlooks the Singapore circuit and that's where I'll be watching. And I'm so excited to experience the F1 weekend culture. I have never seen so many F1 fans in one area. I have never seen so much F1 merch in one area. It's so fun. Here in Singapore, there are areas where you can overlook the track that's not blocked off by any barriers. Yes, it's a bit farther and it's not the best corners or views of the straights, and you're still gonna feel the engines. You can hear them and feel the engines roar, and that's still an amazing experience. Yeah, if there are street circuits near you, I recommend that if you can afford to, go and experience the F1 culture even if you can't afford to watch the race.
I took a train to Raffles City and walked to Funan Mall. While walking, I took a quick pit stop for some delicious orange juice, then made it to Funan.
Okay, so I think this place, for me, is a bust. Everything here is still somewhat expensive. I can't find it in myself to buy t-shirts worth 5,000 all the way up to 7,000 pesos. It's fine. There are other merch that I can still get. And I'm already happy with what I got today. Next up, I'm heading to Clarke. That is where there is Hot Wheels F1. Hopefully, I'll be able to get F1 Hot Wheels there. I've been looking for Hot Wheels F1 ever since they've been announced, and in the Philippines, it's always sold out. I can't find them, it's so difficult, so I hope I'll be able to buy some this time. Please, I'm heading to Clarke now.
To get to Clarke from there, it was a quick walk only, but when I got to the pop-up, I found out that they were out of stock from the individual F1 cars, and all they had were the pack of 5, which I already have back home. So I guess the search continues. From there, I made my way back to Marina Square to watch Free Practice 1, and I was so excited because I finally get to hear the roars of the F1 cars in person.
Okay, so that was Free Practice 1. It was so good. It felt great the way the cars. Wow. I can't describe it. But yeah, that was Free Practice 1. Free Practice 2 will be later at 9:30, but I think I'll just watch that back home on the live stream. That was something else. I'm so happy I went back here. Yeah, and I was just seated here. I was looking through my shots, and then this nice Lando fan, she came up to me and gave me this. It's so cute. It's a little foldable fan that's designed like Lando's logo. So good. And then it collapses. You pack it in here like that. Comes with a little pouch. It's good to go. That is so cute. So now it's 6:40. Okay, let me figure out if I can head to Iron Orchard from here and how long it will take. I can still go to Iron Orchard. It will just take me 20 minutes. Okay, perfect. So that's where I'm going to now.
While searching online, I saw that Iron Orchard was displaying 3 F1 cars. Yeah, 3. Let me just show you guys. I'd say today was successful and really eventful. And honestly, after everything I did today, I was beyond happy and satisfied. But I decided that a proper way to end the day would be to visit the world famous Super Trees.
It's just so beautiful here. That's crazy. Wow, that's so beautiful. It's like Avatar. Wow. Okay, let's go down. Let's go down. Wow. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. This place is amazing. It's like you're in Pandora. There's also a lot of food stalls here. I'll have my dinner here. I haven't eaten yet and it's already past 9, but let's eat.
So yeah, feels great ending the day here at the Super Trees. Looks amazing. Yeah, so I'll end the day here and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Day 3 was a more touristy day. The only F1 event that day was qualifying at 9 PM, so I had the whole day to go anywhere I wanted. So I thought of taking a trip to see the Merlion. And I decided to take the bus so I can see more of the city.
1 hour later.
You can't hear it because I forgot to turn on my mic, but I was explaining that I got lost. I input the wrong destination and found out that Merlion Tourism Court and Merlion Park are two completely different things. So I need to ride another bus back to where I came from, which was an hour away. Galing ko, no? Then on the bus ride back, I went down here at Cafe for more merch. They had a different inventory from other pop-up stores. They had Senna merch, mini replica helmets, die-cast cars, and even the special popcorn bucket from the F1 movie. As I was walking, I found out from a marshal that one of the main roads I needed to cross was closed, and that there were no buses heading to Merlion. So I ended up taking the train. But before that, I cooled myself down at Suntec City and looked through the merch there. This was the most complete F1 merch booth I've seen. They had merch from all teams. This Ferrari jacket caught my eye and I really liked it. But it was 500 Singapore dollars. Crazy. But I still managed to get merch. There, I got this iconic Ferrari flag together with this Max Verstappen 1 orange tee and a white I Love McLaren Formula 1 team t-shirt for my baby sister. And after a whole day of traveling, detours, and getting lost, I finally made it to the Merlion. Turns out the Merlion was by the main straight of the track, and the area around it are entrances to the Grand Prix. No wonder there were no buses going there. Anyway, I made it to the Merlion. It was much bigger than I thought it would be, and I stayed for a while, took in the beautiful view, and watched the sunset. While at Merlion, I was really curious if on-site tickets were available, and it turns out there were. However, they are very limited for tomorrow. You need to be in line at the ticket booth by 1 p.m. and the cheapest I found was a Zone 4 walkabout ticket for 12,000 pesos. Still really expensive, but it's good to know you have the option to buy on-site. As qualifying drew closer, I returned to Marina Square, had dinner, and watched qualifying. Yet another really fun experience. Watching qualifying with other F1 fans and hearing people cheer for their favorite drivers to get the best results. Other fans were watching the live stream on beIN and had live stats on, so we were able to keep track of what was happening. And seeing the cars zooming past at flat out speeds, seeing the sparks fly, and witnessing the actual speed of Formula 1, it was such a surreal moment. Live streams and videos really don't do justice to the speed of these cars. I was cheering for Max to finally get pole position in Singapore, hoping he'll convert that to a win. Unfortunately, George was faster, taking pole, Max getting P2, followed by Oscar at P3.
So now it's time for me to head back. It's already 10:20. I need to head back home and end the day there. That was such an amazing experience and such a fun day, an adventurous day. I love it. Let's go. Can't wait for tomorrow.
The day I've been waiting for. Race day. I was so hyped. But this was also my last day in Singapore. It started with lunch with my relatives and having fun with the kids for a little bit. We got really good Vietnamese food, and then we parted ways for the rest of the day. I went to Conrad Singapore for another F1 car display, this time for the McLaren F1 team. This was another interactive and cool display. They had the touch screen, and the usher said you can send messages for the Papaya Boys to see, so this is what I wrote.
Can I try? Okay. Score to beat 62. Oh my god. Damn. $56. Okay. 56. Whoa. Oh, that's hard. Damn. Right there. Let's go. That leaves me in 5th place.
Since the race starts at 8 p.m., I had some time to spare, so I decided to go all tourist mode and go to Sentosa Island. I really wasn't planning to get into Universal Studios or the other attractions there. I just wanted to see what it was like and what I could look forward to for my next trip to Singapore. When I got to Sentosa Island, I went down the second stop at Imbaya Station and just walked around. I followed these signs and suddenly found these beautiful peacocks and adorable little squirrels. I also found out that there was a wax museum here. I will definitely go there next time. Then I went to Resorts World Station and found Universal Studios and Harry Potter Visions of Magic. I wanted to go in, but I realized I didn't have time anymore, so I just visited the gift shop. Look at this! They have butterbeer mugs. For 15 bucks, I think I'll get this. This is really cool. Plus a butterbeer coaster for another 15 bucks. Then they have pins, tapestry tin filled with English breakfast tea. Whoa! It's the family tree. Apron, table napkin, t-shirt, a little sorting hat, keychain. I think I'll get this. This is awesome. I bought some souvenirs, then I made my way back home. I changed my clothes, freshened up, and went back out to watch the race. I know I said I was gonna watch it at my tito's office that overlooks the track, but the spot that I found was so good. Being able to watch the race with other F1 fans while being so close to the track and the action, I just decided to go back to that spot. So my tito treated me to dinner, chicken rice, so good, I inhaled that, and then next thing you know, it was lights out and away we go. So let me just put into perspective the stakes of this race for both the Constructors' Championship and the Drivers' Championship. If both McLaren drivers collectively score at least 13 points, McLaren wins the World Constructors' Championship of 2025. This will be their second year in a row. The last time McLaren won 2 years in a row was in 1990 and 1991. And as for Max, if he wins this race, he retains his spot in the championship battle against Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. And this also gives him a stronger chance to win his 5th world title in a row, an achievement only done by former F1 driver Michael Schumacher. So the stakes of this race are pretty high, and you can feel the tension in the crowd. Fans were watching the live broadcast on their phones and were kind enough to let other people watch it as well. When the cars passed by in the train, you could physically feel the roars of the engine in your chest. And when watching the race live in person, you can really feel how long the gaps are in between the drivers, giving you a sense of how dominant some of the cars are over others. Again, live broadcasts don't do it justice. I was really hopeful for Max to finally get his win in Singapore, and it would be amazing to witness it in person. But as the race went on, George and his Mercedes were dominating the race, and Max's Red Bull didn't have enough pace to catch up and overtake the Mercedes. But the fight wasn't over, because now all Max needs to do is beat both McLaren drivers to still be in the fight for the championship title. And towards the end of the race, you could really see Max doing everything he can to defend Lando and not give him an inch of a chance to overtake. And it paid off. The race ended with George winning, Max P2, Lando P3 and Oscar P4, with both McLaren drivers winning a collective 27 points. It means McLaren has won the 2025 World Constructors' Championship. And since Max got second place, beating both McLaren drivers, he is now 41 points away from Lando Norris and 63 points away from Oscar Piastri. And with 6 race weekends left, 3 sprint races, it's still anyone's game. So exciting! After the race, I went back home to rest for a bit. I said goodbye to everyone and took a grab to the airport. The last F1 car display was the Aston Martin in Changi Airport Terminal 3. But since my flight was coming from Terminal 1, I unfortunately couldn't go to it. But still, after a weekend I'll remember for years, who am I to complain?
I already did my check-in online, so I just need to do baggage drop.
My gate is C20, so I'll just look for my gate, make sure that it exists, and I'll just walk around. Probably get food also.
Finally, makakatulog na ako.
Hey guys, thank you all so much for watching the video. This was such a surreal experience and I'm so happy to be able to share it with you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button down below and subscribe for more videos like this. And while you're at it, click the notification bell as well so you guys get notified when I post my next videos. Thank you all for joining me on this journey and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.